Speaker Emerson, Your Excellency, our President, Your Excellency, Deputy President, Your Excellency, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Speaker Kingi, Attorney General, all chairmen and commissioners, and your CEOs, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, today is a really important day. An important day because you've taken it to spare time and appreciate Kenyans who toil and moil in the back rooms to make the wheels turn for this country. We've come here, fellow Kenyans who have been called upon and been given the privilege to serve our country, to appreciate you, to encourage you, and to ensure that you become critical cogs in the wheel that the President is steering and turning to improve our country. The three commissioners retiring, Your Excellency, I'm a bit concerned that the retiring or the exit of Bishop Wabukala and Wafula Chabukati is going to significantly impact on unemployment status in my county. So when we talk of not retiring but moving on, I believe you'll cause them to do so. I've worked with Dr. Keringai. Aaron Cheriot and I were in the Senate Finance and Budget Committee, and we did a wonderful job with you. I have no doubt that the energy, the knowledge, the wit, everything you displayed will still be helpful at a different level. Baba Skofu Wabukala, my village mate. Now you'll have a little more time to take care of our souls, and we'll be available for your prayers. You've done a wonderful job. Your Excellency, Speaker King and I have been in Australia the last 1 week for the Commonwealth Speakers Conference. And everybody who spoke, the Indians, the Polynesians, the Melanesians, the Africans, the Caribbeans, were walking to us and saluting King and I in the name of Wafula Chabukati. I told Kingi, every time they salute, just put on a broad smile and take the credit on behalf of Chabukati. Because each one of them was saying, we have read, we saw on CNN, we saw on BBC, we saw on Al Jazeera what happened in Kenya. We salute that man who was the chair of your IEBC. So Wakili Chabukati, we stand here to salute you in a very special way, that you stood head and shoulders above the clouds and did a job that many people for a long time will emulate. Because we know we live in a country where many people like yourselves with responsibility constantly look over their shoulders to see who is watching before they make decisions. Because we always believe in the fear of the unknown and that there is some big brother somewhere watching. Remember, when I talked to you at some point, I told you, Bwana Chabukati, just bear fidelity to the law, to the Constitution, and to the will of the people of Kenya. And we saw The events that culminated on the 15th of August in Bomas, that you are truly made of steel and you truly stood up above others. Because you and your colleagues, Molo and Professor, what Speaker King has described is what we all saw. But I saw a little more, because I walked into your office after the commotion and I found Professor Gulie, a professor, an adult, a commissioner, crying with both his legs bleeding profusely, having been viciously physically assaulted on the podium. What is surprising, Attorney General, is that all those goons who caused mayhem, caught on CCTV, none has been brought to justice. It's not the best way of fighting impunity, because we all saw them. We saw who boxed Chabukati. We saw who knocked down Gulie. We saw who tried to snatch the documents from Awiye. That I leave to you. I want to encourage you, Bwana Chabukati, that you've now set the bar very high for many Kenyans who have been called upon to serve. You sat in an office where one time one of your predecessors told Kenyans that he didn't quite know who won the elections when he had declared a winner, and so on and so forth. But fortify your future by remembering that in Shaban Roberts' book, Kusadikika, he says, kila wakati, Nchi huwaficha mashujaa wake mpaka janga kuu litokee. Janga lipotokea, wewe kama shujaa ulitokea. And, you know, my friend, Professor Kindiki, was one time asking me, what is Chabukati made of? He just sits there, emotionless, doesn't smile, looks like an old Russian spy. But behind that stoic face lay some tremendous, admirable courage that made Kenya what it is today. Nobody will take it for granted. Nobody will take it away from you. Nobody will forget. Because you did what many people could not do. So as your kinsman and your village mate, if there's nowhere to transition, I will walk with you to make sure that you are not lonely. But our president understands that we have rewarded people who don't deserve any rewards at all in this country. And you deserve more than anybody else those rewards. For you commissioners and chairmen, Chabukati has set the bar for us, that you can actually do the right things in the face of incredible adversary and still walk tall. If what was going on in the country was something that would cause and instill fear and a chill down everybody's spine, we would not be here. But we are here because one man leading a team stood for the country. Honorable Chairman and Commissioners, I don't want to say too much. I lead the Parliamentary Service Commission, but I'm also the Speaker of the National Assembly, where all your budgets come to, where all the oversight over you is done. I want to encourage you that this country does not lack men and women who can work and work better. This country lacks men and women who can use their brain and capacity to work to improve the country, because most of them wait to see whatever they're doing, whether there are consequences or not. If you do that, then you are in the wrong place at the wrong time for the wrong country. Please style up all of us. Let's make it easy for our president to deal with much bigger issues, because down there, the wheel is turning. The two good ladies from the Control of Budget and the Auditor General, I agree with you, Auditor General. There's so much wastage in the country. Githu Muigai said that you do postmortems, you operate dead bodies. So we need to find a way of tracking these bodies while they're still alive. And that starts with Margaret. Whatever you want us to do to help you control, you are called the controller of budget. The PFM Act, Your Excellency, says nobody, without exception, should procure any goods or services without an attendant budget. Why do we have pending bills if the law was followed? These are the big questions. When we do the retreat, we will join you. Lastly, Your Excellency, as you lead us to the future, as you lead this great country to where it must be, I want to urge all of us here, in the words of John F. Kennedy, don't ask yourself what Kenya should and must do for you. Ask yourself what you must and should do for Kenya, so that zote tuchangie, nchi yetu iende mbele. Tukifanya hivyo, Your Excellency, you will enjoy your leadership. Lakini tusipofanya hivyo, itakuwa kama wakati wa Mzee Moi. Mimi ni driver, sijui mwizi huko kwa basi ni nani, sijui mchoyo ni nani, sijui nani ni nani. But we will support you fully. We will work with you. And we want to make Kenya a better place to live in. Thank you. Deputy President, it's now your duty to come. And in the words of Victoria Renee, she wrote a poem that said, standing where I am, I can see a better tomorrow. Standing where I am, Your Excellency, I can see a better tomorrow.